please welcome Ben Falcone. There's no applause sign. That was from the heart, baby.
Oh, I'll take it. Thank
he made us laugh in Bridesmaid with his wife, Melissa McCarthy. Now, the hilarious actor, writer, director, and dad. It is a brilliant new book. I read it over the weekend. It's called Being a Dad is Weird. Being a Dad is weird, but you love it. But you love every second of it.
Yeah, I do love it.
I did. I told you that, we get the books that when authors are coming on, and I was going to do a little cursory going through. Read it cover to cover, laughed, the pictures, everything, the humor. All of it.
Oh, thanks. That's nice of you.
Why did
to lie like that?
No, I didn't. But I do want to talk to you a lot by the book. But I have to ask you about Melissa. She killed it again on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
She seems like she really the kiss there, and you kind of kissed Spicy too. I saw the picture on Instagram.
I did. I guess Spicy gets around.
Does she enjoy it?
The kissing or Spicer? She does. I mean, our friend Kent Sublett, one of the writers there, called her to see, and said, "Oh, do you want to do Spicer?" And she's like, "I don't. What do you mean? How could I even do it?" And then she got there, and she said it was shockingly easy to transform into that character. Yeah.
Well, people, and we need a good laugh.
Yeah, right.
And reading your book, I got a lot of great laughs. As I said, there was a lot of warmth to it. We know you as a writer. I watch Nobodies on TV Land.
Oh, good.
Yes, big fan of that as well.
Thanks.
What made you want to write a book and about fatherhood?
Well, I used to, in a good-natured way, kind of roast my dad at parties and tell all the stories about the crazy stuff he would do and that we would do together. And then I was like, oh, maybe I'm telling these stories too much. So one time at a gathering, I stopped, and I get home and he goes, "Buddy, why didn't you tell any of the stories?" So I decided to start writing them down, and I did, and the book just sort of came out. I never intended, for it to get published. It's sort of shocking.
And the fact that your dad, he wants his own book signing too. I mean, he's really taken on.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna have a book signing," and I was like, "Okay, do you need me to sign any?" He's like, "No, I'm signing it."
The book is about me,
The book is about me. It's my book, and I was like, "That's fantastic." So Barnes and Noble in Carbondale, he's like gonna set up a little stand and get over here.
Yeah, that's gonna be your dad. And you talk lovingly about him, your brother Flynn, your mom, and so it was mom and the boys.
That's right.
Okay, and now it's you and the girls. You and Melissa have 2 daughters.
That's right.
So you talk about that different dynamic.
Yeah, I'm outgunned at the house for sure. And sometimes they get into conversations, and I immediately, aren't they so cute?
Tell us a little bit about this photo. What was the...
That was at Halloween. It was not just like a Tuesday night. And we were just in our friend's backyard. And that part of the book, I just talk about how Melissa and I try to keep our lives, really normal and, hang out with friends.
And you write about that in the book as well, Ben. And you could tell by the upbringing that you had. That your mother was, for the most part, in the beginning, the breadwinner, the
True.
social worker. Your father was very much a stay-at-home dad, but really loving that role and really wanted to take you on an adventure. Your dad was like my dad. What was it about these jalopies, let's put it that way?
Yeah.
These cars that they would...
Crummy cars.
Yeah, that's not exactly what you wrote, but
yeah. No, I call it something different in the book. But no, he would just get a different crummy car, and we would drive, across country all the time together. And he would tell stories, which later I learned many of which were untrue. And then I realized that, and I think a lot of us do this, he would unintentionally lie to me. He told me the sky was bigger in Florida than it is in Illinois because of the, and I'm like, well, what do you mean it's bigger? He's like, because it looked flat. And he goes, well, it's bigger here, like we're closer to the equator. And I'm like, is that true? And he goes, I don't think so. But I think it wasn't so much that he was lying as that, sometimes I think all of us say things that we believe to be true while we're saying it. And then later we're in the car and we're like, did I just make something up? So I think he did it all the time.
What is the big life lesson that you learned from him that you impart on your children?
I really don't sweat the small stuff. He really, be happy, it's a choice. And I try to just make sure the girls know that if you're trying to be happy and you're kind every day, you've won.
Yes, and there's a lot of happiness in that home. When you met Melissa, she was going through this goth period? Did she really buy into all of that?
She looked crazy. But I knew who she was at the time, because she was like, all my friends wanted to look like her, but their moms wouldn't let them. Because it's a long story, but Melissa went to college in the town where I grew up, and I was in high school, and so we knew of her because she had like blue hair and like clown white makeup and wore like heavy jackets.
These
There she
pictures,
is, yeah. But she couldn't quite pull it off, because as she says, then she'd like look all goth and she'd be like, "Hi, I'm Melissa. How you doing?"
Kind of didn't fit.
Yeah, she just couldn't make it work.
She wrote a very witty foreword for your beautiful book, and she also mentioned in there you're a little bit of a hypochondriac, a little
Incredibly
bit.
true.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah, you even got hurt by a rubber stapler.
And then I immediately went to the hospital for tests.
Yes, for a concussion and that.
Yeah.
But also there was something about a blood pressure cuff.
Well, there are several.
Several?
Because if it's not working right, we'd need a second opinion at home.
Okay. Are we going to get? Did we have? Yes. We just want to add the collection of. So we just thought we'd.
That's so nice of you. That's amazing.
We're doing this stuff for free since you're always
Look at
checking.
this.
I know.
Oh my, it's working.
You have a big beating heart, my friend. Thank you for sharing your talent, your love, all of it. You make us laugh. You make us feel good.
Oh, thank
you. And
you.
Melissa and the family. So thank you. All the best to you.
Oh, thanks. You too.
I like that the suit also. Looks really good.
Thank you very much.
Looks really good. Being a dad is weird. Just saying that. It is out tomorrow. Be sure and get it.